Alright, welcome back. This is the second part of this particular team. We've already done the theory, and now we're going to show you the practical part of how well they work together in a real battle.
Yeah.
But also that it takes a little bit more strategy, especially when we hit the stronger teams. This is not one of them. Clearly it's the first battle. When some of the stronger teams that are going to be, you have to be sort of perfect. You have to be really careful what you're doing. So Raven, we know that her health is only 42 because she's not totally maxed out. So we have to be careful about
knocking her out. Well, not knocking her out, engaging her special. Come on. Okay, she's dead. And now we don't need to be careful anymore.
And I don't want to take a chance he's going to go in first.
So
I'll spin.
Get rid of his power and then kill him. And I saw something pretty funny about Nightwing online, saying that Nightwing's kind of the EV of the DC universe.
Oh, right, like the Pokemon EV?
Yeah, like the Pokemon. How he just turns into so many different things. Like, he turns into the new Batman, he turns into Nightwing. There's just a bunch of different heroes that, depending on the story arc, he's a bunch of different things. He seems to turn into Nightwing in a fair number of them, though, like different types of Nightwings.
Right, so...
Or sometimes he just grows up to, like, captain the Teen Titans.
Right, so,
as Robin.
So EV, for those who don't know, can become almost anytime. Oh, alright, so we've already hit a maxed out team in our second battle.
Which is pretty
crazy.
Unusual.
Yeah. So, alright, so, well, they're not entirely because their levels aren't that high, but look at their gear score, it's 950.
350, so the Killing Joke Joker will start with 1 bar of energy already.
Right.
Because we know he has Raza rules.
He's got 950, and we've got, what, 600 and something? Okay.
This might be someone who's been using our glitch.
This might be the end of this particular demonstration. We might need to start over again, but we'll see. So
that
this
would
is
be
going to be a
unfortunate
challenge.
if we lost here.
Yeah, so I hope we can actually take out... I'm not that hopeful, but I'm hoping that we can... Oh, actually, I hope that we can take out Arkham Orchard's Batman.
Oh, he didn't even use a second. That's perfect.
Yes and no, except the problem will be that means it's unlikely that we're going to be able to finish him before he swaps over. I generally try to avoid doing special one, but when we're in a situation where his special might do a lot of damage to us,
it's just safer. Safer.
oh crap!
That was unfortunate. There's a lot of dangerous guys in right now.
Heal a little bit, do a little bit of damage.
Oh, Shazam's got his custom cloak. Or I should say his character-specific cloak.
Once we get one guy out, it's going to make this so much easier. Oh, that was the wrong guy.
Why'd he switch in? Uh-oh, we gotta beat on them a little bit, but once we kill him, Shazam's gonna be in danger.
Yeah, that's why I'm willing to time it out a little bit. See, I'm hoping to wait him out. Normally I don't like the strategy because he's just building power, but I'd like to wait him out so that we can finish off Shazam. Shazam's already damaged, and we can't really entirely afford to.
Oh, he's just gonna kill us. There we go. Yeah, we can't afford to give him his ability because it's just so overpowered.
There we go. Well, for our team it is. I mean, if we had one guy, we can't really give up any of our guys.
Oh, Killing Joke Joker didn't even get to use his stuff.
Alright.
That's pretty sweet.
See, the problem is none of our guys are sort of replaceable. Because we've created the team sort of right on the edge of being able to cope with the really high-level teams. Even a single mistake can be the end of it, right?
Yeah, so there's a little bit more strategy, but hey, it's a fun team. It's a really fun team to play around with.
Alright, so these are all level 50, all E7, Not a maxed out gear score. Our gear score is still a little bit better, but they've got the boost, both from Batman's attack boost and Lex Luthor's health boost. So we're going to be really up against it a little bit. It'll be a challenge. And Lex Luthor, at least, well, I guess we'll see. If he doesn't have alright, no extra bar, we don't have to worry about him draining, because power generation is a big part of our strategy in this team. Big part of the makeup, so we gotta be careful to manage.
Yeah, so whenever a non-Batman character has 350, and even sometimes when a Batman character does have 350, it's easier to tell when they have Ra's al Ghul's dagger. But I guess any character could still have Ra's al Ghul's dagger and have 300 if they have some lower level gears on their setup. Like Nightwing, I think our Nightwing actually has exactly 300, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
And he has Ra's al Ghul's dagger, so it's a little bit harder to tell. Sometimes. A little bit of health boost, a little bit of stalling.
I think he did damage boost.
Oh, damage boost.
Yeah. Because we get the health boost no matter what because of her gear.
Yeah, so it's a little bit redundant depending on how much you actually need to heal. Uh-oh, Batman fighting Nightwing.
Where the student becomes a master?
Well,
Hopefully.
I think we're planning on beating him here, but in general, I think Batman would probably beat Nightwing. Except in the universes where Batman's dead. In which case, I don't think Batman could beat anything.
Alright, go ahead. World dominate us. Oh, reflection.
That wasn't as much world domination as it promised to be. He didn't even dominate Green Lantern.
That should be enough.
And
oh, actually, I should have brought in Green Lantern.
zap him to death.
See ya.
It's kind of satisfying to beat him with Green Lantern.
Yes, it is. With the silver, the weakest guy on our team, sometimes it is, and that, you know, like every once in a while you want to just play around with it. It's like when somebody's got almost no health and you hit them with a super.
Yeah.
That's a little satisfying too.
Like sometimes you want to just go down a couple stages and just completely kick the butt of a team.
Alright, so 350, there's a Batmobile. That's not going to be consideration, he's only boosting his health. Superman has a first bar. That's not too bad. We can block that as long as we time it right. Deathstroke is going to be a problem because of his first. He's always a problem. But at least Batman is in the right position. He's not really as dangerous, and we can
just start out by blocking him with our tank.
Yeah. And because he's got his own specific gear, there's also a chance of reflecting, not only blocking a lot of the damage, but reflecting it too.
Yeah. You know when he has his own specific gear, he's got a gear that isn't based off of enhancing his special 2. Which for Arkham Origins Batman is actually probably more useful, because the chance he's going to get his 3 off is really minimal. Oh, he's just under the threshold. Just over. Let's see. And no more power for you.
I hate swiping up. Oh, there we go.
Okay, things are going pretty well. Once one guy's knocked out, it's a lot.
Right, so I gotta swap out. I always do this. I don't swap out Nightwing fast enough.
Get ready to swap to Harley for some heals.
That's a good idea. Alright, it was the first one, so I can let it just roll through. She's gonna take the hit for our
Health
team.
gain. Double health. Pretty sweet.
And let's buy some time.
Yeah, I guess, it might be good to mention for those who don't realize when you say roll through, it goes through each of the options for her special 2 twice. So if the first one is going to, be it, we know that the last one is also going to be the same, so we can just let it roll through. And we know that we'll get what we want if the one that's
right,
first is the one that we
fingers.
want.
I did not intend for, I did not intend.
You accidentally used the special 2?
Yeah, I totally meant to use a special one.
It's okay, we'll still kick his butt. We'll just have to leave Green Lantern behind on the way. Sorry, buddy.
I think we've acquitted ourselves not bad on a relatively strong 50 E7 team. We beat them in just over a minute. I mean, we took our casualties. They were fully geared. They were basically maxed out, right? I think there's two or 350, so a 1,000 gear team, and we beat them with a 600 something gear team. Not bad. I think that's not bad.
I think that's pretty good.
Alright, here's another one. Alright, so not 9,000. Alright, so this is not going to be as much trouble. Deathstroke is really the hardest for us. Here's a tip. If you're leaving a defensive team, don't leave Arkham Origins Batman in the first slot. He's more dangerous. Second. Yeah, or anywhere. He's more dangerous when he can drop in the middle of your combo, and you're more likely to not be blocking when he shoots it.
And at this point, at the level, especially at the level where you're using a team with Arkham Origins Batman, chances are everybody you're facing is going to have max gear, unless you're a really low level. So it makes sense that, you know, if they plan their team really well, there will be at least one tank or one blocking character. You're going to want to switch them out now.
Yeah.
And second special, get some heals.
I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna let him hit first, so that the heal takes.
So the heal does more heal.
Yeah. So there's.
Ooh, double heal. And now there's no more blood on his portrait.
Yeah, I wasn't sure about that, so I brought him in to buy a little bit of time, just so I could look at the
health.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's smart. Play it safe. I like the bloody portrait though. It's a nice quick way of being able to see the health without having too much clutter in that area of like health bar information and stuff, right?
Yeah, I think on the Mortals they do it the same way, but they do an X, and I don't like that as nearly as much because it's hard to tell when you're actually how close you are based on that. But it just might be because I'm used to this crap.
I also like the nice clean little blue boxes in the corner. In general, I think this is a pretty polished looking game, and I think the one thing I don't like about the interface is that there are diagonal bars that look like kind of landmarks for the amount of health they have left on their health bar, but the line, their health doesn't go down diagonally, so it bothers me a little bit. It's my, I'm not going to say OCD, because that's a little insensitive to people with OCD, but it's my, like, kind of compulsive tendencies about it just being a little bit wrong.
This should be it. Once you get the first guy, it makes such a huge difference. The fewer members they have on our team, the easier it is to actually do it. Oh.
I believe I read this somewhere that it's actually called OCPD when it just bothers you. It's obsessive compulsive personality disorder when it's not something that you like have to do. It's just something that
I just talked about it.
That you feel, right?
Right. So it's not as if now anybody who's interested, that's actually an Axis 2 diagnosis, not an Axis 1. OCD is actually an Axis 1 if you look at the DSM-5 manual for psychiatric disorders. Don't ask me why.
So yeah, I believe I saw that on a Rhett and Link video. They do good stuff.
Yeah.
Because they made a song about OCD and they wanted to say why it wasn't. They wanted to explain themselves that they didn't mean it offensively at all. They meant it in a joking way about people who use OCD that way. Anyways, back to Injustice. That's kind of a completely unrelated segue.
Right, so I need a full health heal. I'm gonna let him hit me first though, because like we've lost our tank, so we need Harley Quinn to take a little bit of damage.
And no more blood. That means good to go.
There we go.
There's no green means go here, but no red means go.
How much time we got left?
We've taken 14 and a half minutes, 14 minutes, 40 seconds, so we've got another, 5 and 20 now. Should be about enough time to finish, if we don't do it too slow.
suffering you've done, Harley, here is your chance to stick it to Soups.
Boom.
Boom. Alright. So, listen, not the easiest team, but like we said, it's effective. It can get you through it. You gotta pay attention a little bit. It takes a bit of strategy. Not the fastest, but definitely winnable. And all characters that you can buy directly from the store, and not a maximum gear score. So remember, vote for whichever style you like. This is our sort of attempt to figure out what actually works better. Whether you like it practical and theory jammed together. More time for each, so a bit more time for practical and theory, and we keep it separate. Maybe you just like the sound of our voices. Anyways, thanks for watching, and
voting's on the other video, by the way.
And we'll see you next week.